Now more than ever, it is evident that this generation and the world needs to be trained in a biblical worldview. We have to know what the Bible says about who Jesus is, what he stands for, what he does not stand for, and we need to know what a biblical Christianity looks like. We don't need to live a cultural Christian lifestyle.
This is why we believe in the Discipleship Training School so deeply. The DTS aims to train our students and all of the people that we come in contact with what God teaches about our identity, himself, the world, and sin, and what our response is to be.
Harrison and I believe that God is using the DTS in mighty ways to transform the world.
The DTS is a 5-month program split into a lecture phase and an outreach phase. During this program, students encounter Jesus on a personal level, learn who he is and who they are, and then take the hope of Jesus into a cross-cultural setting.
In a culture that teaches us to accept the comfortable, we now more than ever need to know what biblical truth is. There's no other option for us as the church but to train the next generation to be God-fearing individuals that know who God called them to be and what he is calling them to do in the world.
Check out some testimonies from our previous students and what they felt like God did for them in DTS.
DTS was by far the most transformational experience I've ever had in my life. Through lecture phase, just learning about the character of God and then using that to learn about what my identity is and how that applies to the way that I interact with this world. Yeah, that was one of the most transformational experiences for me. And then being able to take that into a different country and see the need that this world has for Jesus, and to be able to use the information that I learned over the past few months to bring others hope in that sense of freedom.
I believe that my non-Christian friends are being discipled and taught by this world to give in to your desires and do whatever you want in order to experience freedom. What I learned at DTS and really experienced for the first time was that true freedom comes from obedience to Jesus and taking up your cross.
To follow Jesus means that missions is wherever you're at, not just overseas or out in the nations. It's where you're at. It's where your feet are physically at. That's your mission fields. That's what it means to follow Jesus.
Discipleship is a beautiful characteristic that we all have in this world. We can all be discipled in a positive way or in a negative way. The difference with the biblical worldview is that it does neither. It produces holiness. And that's a distinguishing difference with the biblical worldview. So it's not positive versus negative. It's positive versus negative versus holy. And it's only through Jesus Christ that we can be discipled in a way that is walking holy and pleasing to the Lord. It's in the fear and the reverence of the Lord that we as Christians, as biblical Christians, walk this life.
Traveling life. Well, I just can't wait to be with you tonight. No Congo toothbrush, call nothing too hard. I'm gonna travel a pocket full